Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody got some rest last night. I know it was a long night. And what I was going to say in those prepared remarks before we had to be rushed off is I appreciate the work of the White House Correspondents Association and everybody who covers this beat. This is a challenging beat, especially under this presidency, and my hat goes off to you. Um, to the president of the White House Correspondents Association, Wee Jing, you did an incredible job planning this event. I'm sorry it was cut short, um, but there was a security situation, and the Secret Service thought it was best that we leave the dinner after the incident. And I do want to thank the men and women of the United States Secret Service, the Washington Metro Police, FBI, Homeland Security, and everybody involved in security last night. Job well done. The folks who do the protection do it with a lot of without a lot of fanfare. They're very hardworking individuals, and there's not a time that I don't pass any of those individuals that I don't thank them for their work that they do in keeping everybody safe. So thank you again from the bottom of the Rogers family's hearts for everything you do to keep us safe. And I just want to talk briefly, without talking a lot about what happened last night, but just about our temperament. We've been down this road not too long ago, back in the last presidential campaign cycle, and this has got to stop, folks. It's got to stop. You know, we need to learn that we can disagree without inflicting violence on somebody. Um, I'll tell you right now that I don't wholeheartedly agree with everything, but that doesn't mean I take out violence on the individual that I may disagree with on issues. There's a way to talk about it, a way to do it diplomatically, through diplomacy, just the right way. And so we really need to sit back and look at ourselves. Look at ourselves as a country. Is this the kind of country that we want? The whole world's looking at us. We need to sit back and think about it. I know we can do better than this. We are better than what we showed last night. And I've said this time and time again. You know, if it takes getting increased mental health counseling for people, let's do it. Let's do whatever it takes to ensure this doesn't happen again. I know it's a tall order and a big request, but I think we can do it. I really do. We just need to think about and talk out our differences instead of taking it out with violence. But again, I just want to thank everybody. I know it was a crazy night last night. Um, and really, I was excited to give the speech. We worked on it all week here. Um, had a lot of my senior staff taking part in it. And so, like the like Ms. James said, we're going to reschedule this at some future date, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again. But I do thank you guys, everybody. And again, I do. And I was going to say this last night in the remarks. I thank you. I know this beat is tough. I know following me is tough. I know spending time in Texas is tough. I know waiting out there on the South Protocol for me to come back from Camp David or from Texas on those hot days or cold days, late in the afternoon, late in the evening, whatever it is, it's tough. Spending time away from your families during holidays and spending them in Texas, it's tough. But I appreciate it. I appreciate what you guys do. You guys do an incredible job reporting on this very tough beat, and I again appreciate the work of the White House Correspondents Association. I appreciate the professionalism of the United States Secret Service and all the armed uh, forces. Of course, obviously, there were some involved in that last night that were around National Guard troops, and I thank them, but I also thank law enforcement who were involved. Again, my hat's off to you guys, and I thank you guys very much. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys. Thanks.